14 security officers are dead. This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how a youth protest movement in Iran turned deadly, why the world is watching, and what this means for the future of dissent. Meet Generation Z in Iran, young people facing a brutal economy, no jobs, and a future that feels stolen. On December 28, 2025, they decided enough was enough. They took to the streets demanding change, but here's the twist. This wasn't just another protest. This was a seismic shift, and it triggered a response so severe it shocked the globe. For 9 years, an innocent woman fought to clear her name. But in Iran, a generation is fighting for its future in just 9 days, and the cost is already catastrophic. The official death toll is staggering. According to human rights groups, at least 62 people have died since the protests began. That includes 48 protesters and 14 security officers. The majority of those officers died in nighttime clashes with demonstrators in the nation's cities. The smell of tear gas, the sound of sirens, the beep of monitors in a hospital that can't keep up. But here's what nobody's talking about: the government's desperate counter move. To stop the communication, they shut down the internet. They cut mobile networks. They even grounded flights in and out of the country. A nation went dark. And then something shocking happened. The world spoke up. France, Britain, and Germany issued a joint statement condemning the killings. The United Nations expressed deep concern. A UN spokesperson said, "Everyone, everywhere has the right to peaceful assembly, and governments have a duty to protect that right." But the strongest warning came from the United States. Former President Donald Trump issued a direct threat to Iran's leaders, telling them to stop killing protesters and warning he wouldn't hesitate to intervene if they failed to control the violence on humanitarian grounds. This is no longer just an internal issue. It's an international crisis. The protests started over economic hardship, over unemployment, and the high cost of living. But here's the part that will blow your mind. The government's crackdown has transformed the movement. What began as a cry for jobs has become a bloody battle for basic rights. The stakes are now life and death. Some say the state must restore order. Others say the state is committing murder. The tension is palpable. And it leaves one burning question: if silencing the internet and grounding planes doesn't work, what comes next? The implications are terrifying. This sets a dangerous precedent for how governments might respond to youth-led movements everywhere. From Nairobi to New York, leaders are watching. The controversy is clear: is this a necessary security operation or a brutal suppression of human rights? The question hangs in the air, thick as smoke from a burning barricade. But if the protests don't stop and the crackdown intensifies, how many more will join that grim tally of 62? 14 security officers are dead. A generation is rising, and the world is holding its breath. Do you think international pressure will force Iran to change course, or will the crackdown only get worse? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking global news that hits close to home.